Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you today. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to forget the deeper spiritual truths that guide our lives. But in this moment, as you watch this video, you're already taking a step towards a profound understanding. You're on the brink of discovering a truth that many struggle to grasp: why, despite all our best efforts in prayer and ritual, our ancestors may still feel out of reach of the Buddha's light. Have you ever wondered why, despite your diligent practice, whether it's chanting, meditating, or performing rituals for your ancestors, you might not feel a deep connection with them? Why do some people seem to experience the Buddha's light and guidance for their ancestors, while others feel like their efforts go unnoticed? Today, we are diving deep into this question, and the answers might surprise you. It's not just about performing rituals or praying. There's one crucial thing that many of us overlook when we seek to connect our ancestors to the Buddha's light. If you're curious to learn more, keep watching. Main body. For now, let's get into the heart of the question: why can't the Buddha's light reach our ancestors? The simple answer is that the Buddha's light, as vast and encompassing as it is, doesn't automatically touch everyone. It requires a connection. And that connection, as you'll soon see, depends on us, the living. In Buddhist teachings, we often hear that the Buddha's light is boundless, that it shines on all beings, illuminating the path to enlightenment. But there's an important nuance here. While the Buddha's light shines everywhere, it can't reach our ancestors unless there is a bridge between them and the light, a bridge that must be built by the living. Here's the thing: our ancestors, though they may have passed away, are still very much part of our spiritual world. Their karma continues to influence them, just as ours does. The Buddha teaches that all beings have the potential to reach enlightenment, but that potential needs to be realized through practice. For our ancestors, most of whom have already passed from this world, their practice is no longer something they can complete on their own. So, how can they connect to the Buddha's light? That's where we come in. The role of the living. Think of it this way: imagine a dark valley filled with countless souls, many of whom are your ancestors. Among them is your grandmother, someone who once cared for you and whom you dearly loved. But because of the karmic actions she made in her life, she is trapped in darkness. She can't see the Buddha's light, no matter how bright it may shine. However, as you begin chanting for her, as you make an offering or dedicate your merits to her, your efforts break through the darkness. She hears your voice, and for the first time, she feels a glimmer of light. It's not because the Buddha is unwilling to shine on her, but because her karmic obstacles were blocking her from seeing it. Your prayers, your chanting, your dedication, these are the things that help her break free. In that moment, she feels the touch of the Buddha's light. She is awakened to it because of you. This is the power of the living. Through your practice, you provide the opportunity for your ancestors to receive the Buddha's light and achieve liberation from their suffering. Buddhist teaching is on filial piety and ancestor worship. One of the core teachings in Buddhism is filial piety, the duty of children to honor and support their parents and ancestors. In many Buddhist texts, the importance of honoring our parents and ancestors is emphasized. The Buddha himself taught that one of the best ways to honor our parents is through spiritual practice. But how does this translate to the afterlife? How do we ensure that our ancestors receive the blessings of the Buddha? The answer lies not just in rituals, but in our intention and dedication. It's through acts of devotion, chanting, making offerings, and dedicating the merit of our practices that we can help them break free from the cycle of suffering and reach the Buddha's light. The Buddha didn't just teach us to honor our parents and ancestors out of duty. He taught us that the most meaningful form of filial piety is helping them find liberation from their karmic burdens. This means that our practice is not just for our own benefit, it's for those who came before us, to help them overcome their suffering and reach enlightenment. The power of vows. So, what's the key to making this connection between our ancestors and the Buddha's light? The answer is in our vows. In Buddhism, vows are a powerful force that can shape not only our own spiritual journey, but also the fate of those who have passed away. When we make vows for the benefit of our ancestors, we are setting the intention that their suffering be alleviated. We are asking for their liberation, just as we would for our own. But this is not a passive request. The Buddha's light requires our active participation. When we vow to dedicate our practice to our ancestors, we are aligning ourselves with the Buddha's compassion and wisdom, and that alignment creates a bridge that allows the Buddha's light to reach them. It's not enough to merely chant, we must do so with intention, with a vow in our hearts. May my practice benefit all beings, especially my ancestors, that they may find peace and liberation. This vow is a call to the universe, a call that the Buddha will answer. A real-life example of ancestor liberation. There's a powerful story about a Tibetan Lama who, after the passing of his mother, embarked on an intensive practice. For 49 days, he recited the Khaesati Garbha Sutra and chanted millions of Buddha names, dedicating every syllable of his practice to her liberation. On the 49th day, he had a dream. His mother appeared to him, bound in chains, her face exhausted, her body thin. But as he continued chanting, his mother's image changed. In the dream, she was smiling, wearing pure white robes, and ascending to the lotus throne. She had been liberated. This story is not just a legend, it's an illustration of the transformative power of our dedication. Through his vows and relentless practice, the Lama created the conditions for his mother's liberation, and this same power is available to us. Through our practice, our vows, and our dedication, we can help our ancestors find peace and liberation. The practice of dedication. One of the most profound practices in Buddhism is dedication of merit. When we engage in spiritual practices, such as chanting, meditating, or making offerings, we don't just keep the benefits for ourselves. Instead, we dedicate the merit to others, especially to our ancestors. By dedicating the merit of our practice, we are making an offering that transcends time. Our ancestors, no matter where they may be in their karmic journey, can benefit from the positive energy we send them through our practice. This is a powerful way to ensure that the Buddha's light reaches them. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Buddha's light is vast and all-encompassing, but it requires our intention, our actions, and our vows to reach those who have passed. It's not enough to simply chant or perform rituals. We must do so with the clear intention to help our ancestors. Through our vows and dedication, we can create the bridge that connects them to the Buddha's light and help them find liberation from their suffering. As we continue on our own spiritual journeys, let us remember that our practice is not just for ourselves, but for all beings, especially our ancestors. May we dedicate the merit of our practice to them, and may the Buddha's light shine brightly upon them, leading them to peace and liberation. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of such an important and profound teaching. I encourage you to reflect on your own connection to your ancestors and the role your practice can play in their liberation. Closing remarks. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Have you ever experienced a moment where your practice helped connect you to your ancestors? What role do you think vows and dedication play in your spiritual journey? Please share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more content like this. Until next time, may the Buddha's light shine upon you and your ancestors.